We all know that Drive to Survive has had a massive impact on Formula One. But do you know who came up with the original idea? Who had the creative spark which led to this amazing series? The initial idea came from James Gay-Rees. Now, who is he? He runs the Box to Box production company who produced the Senna documentary. Do you remember the one? I watch it fairly regularly and it chokes me up every time. It's absolutely brilliant. Well, he thought he'd follow it up with a documentary series following one Formula One team through an entire season. That team that he picked was Red Bull Racing, so he got in contact with them and their marketing department to kick around the idea and see what was possible. As part of the series, they needed access to race footage, and the copyright of race footage resides with Liberty Media at that time, which was 2017. That put them in contact with Sean Bratches, who was a Formula One executive at the time, which was 2017. Now, Sean had to approve this, and he liked the original concept, but he felt it could be so much more. And he thought that if you expanded the documentary series out into the entire paddock, people would really get an insight into Formula One and make it feel more accessible. But of course, if you make a documentary series, you want as many people to see it as possible. And at that time, Netflix was the right choice. So he approached them to see if they'd be willing to commission that sort of a documentary series. At the same time, he went to James Gay-Rees and he said, "Great, love your idea. Let's make it something bigger. Put together the concept for me." So taking that concept, he spoke to Netflix, and what do you know? We had Drive to Survive. The first season covers the 2018 series, but they had a little bump in the road in that Mercedes and Ferrari refused to be involved with the series. So out of creative necessity, Box to Box Productions looked further down the grid to see what the stories were, and that's where they came across Gunther Steiner and Daniel Ricciardo, both of whom were very charismatic and they just filled the screen. And the rest is history. It's had a massive effect on fan engagement. In the first year, Netflix saw 2.4 million unique views of season 1. By season 4, it was being broadcast in 33 different countries. And it is clearly what impacted the US market and what brought us the Miami Grand Prix and the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Without Netflix and that fan engagement, those would never have happened. But Drive to Survive hasn't been without its controversy. There are drivers who have gotten upset about the stories that have been created and the rivalries that don't really exist in real life. Lando Norris and Max Verstappen have been particularly vocal about that. And that all comes down to the editing, where they use different pit-to-car radio messages with the footage that they get from Formula One. All the same, everybody loves the drama that has been brought to the screens, and you can't argue with the impact that it's had on Formula One as a whole. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. I put a lot of work into this. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like. I would really appreciate it. And if you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us. Thanks.